Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm showing you guys what the most dangerous version of the Flood is in any Halo game ever. So, this may look like Halo 3 to you, and it technically is Halo 3, but something's different about this. The version of the Flood in this game, in this version of Halo 3, are a lot more dangerous than any other version. And this is not a modded version of Halo 3. So, I covered a video about this version of Halo a long time ago. This is the China exclusive version of Halo MCC, where all the games in it have a built-in censorship feature, to comply with the Chinese government rules. And what makes the Flood in this version dangerous is that the Flood, all the Flood forms, well, all the combat forms, are basically indestructible. As you saw earlier and here, I've been blowing them up with explosives, rockets, and even gravity hammers, but they don't break apart. They still die, but they just play a regular death animation, and they can be revived like pretty much infinitely. There's no way to get rid of them. They're absolutely like always there. So one of the censorship features, actually a couple of them. The main one is that dead bodies in Halo 3 disappear. In some of the other Halo games, they'll shrink down to nothing, but in Halo 3, they just kind of fade away. And that combined with the Flood bodies like not being indestructible makes them a very dangerous combination in this particular version of Halo 3. So what that means is that when you kill a Flood, you can never destroy its body, but the body will also like be invisible. It fades away, but it doesn't despawn, so it's still technically there, meaning you can't see any dead Flood bodies around, but the infection forms can, and they can still revive these bodies, and they'll like suddenly become like visible again, even though you couldn't see them in the first place. And that's it's very easy to get caught off guard that way if you're playing this version, especially on higher difficulties, because you don't know where the bodies are. And even if you did know, you can't destroy them. Like fire, explosives, gravity hammers, vehicles, nothing. Even if you splatter them, they don't break apart. They can, even though they're on fire here, you can see like they're still being like revived constantly and then just dying immediately to the fire. So right there where I had the fire, I'll show you guys one more time, but there's a pile of dead bodies there. And you don't see the dead bodies, they all faded away due to the censorship features, but they're still there, and they can be revived as many times as possible. Well, basically as many times as, there are infection forms still around. So on Flood missions like Cortana, it's very deadly, because you can't, there's always Flood available to be revived, and you can't do anything about that, really. Now, what about Halo 2, though? Because technically Halo 2 could do the same thing, right? I mean, yeah. In Halo 2, like, dead bodies will shrink. But they could also be revived, too, even from the shrunken state. And they come back to full size as well. But what sets Halo 2 Flood apart, at least on this version of MCC, the censored Chinese version of it, the Flood can be destroyed. With enough power, like an energy sword or an explosion, they'll just go poof. They in Halo 3 they just do like a regular death animation and drop to the ground, but in Halo 2 you can actually make them go poof by like completely destroying them. They won't break apart or anything, they just disappear. Now if you kill them by shooting them, like a headshot or something, then they'll have a death animation, and then they'll shrink down, and then they can be revived again. But in Halo 3 that's not the case. Halo 3 they're completely, absolutely indestructible. So that's why the most dangerous version of the Flood in any Halo game ever is Halo 3 Flood on the China version of Halo MCC. So, there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. If you did, then as always, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and comments. Anything else you want me to check out or look into, just let me know in the comments down below. Aside from that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!